fight, Shane Reikard. What's going on?
Hey, how are you today?
Good, man. Wrestling. We got wrestling going on.
Yeah, we do. This is where it all starts.
Go ahead.
Kids start the youth side and work their way up to the high school side.
Nice. Tell me about, you remember we were just talking about Sedalia.
Yeah, the event has grown so much. Sedalia used to be this one venue. We outgrew it. They since moved it down to Columbia, and then from Columbia we went to St. Louis. Now they're trying to split it up, I think, a little bit, going from Kansas City to St. Louis, giving both sides of the state some of the action.
What do you think it feels like for these kids? Do you remember, like?
Oh, I remember those days. The pressure's on. I mean, the bad part is these kids don't realize that this is all practice for the show, you know, when they get to their high school and their college levels.
Yeah. What do you think's important, since we're at kids, what do you think's important that kids get out of the youth experience and even, you know, the state experience?
I think what they really need to start focusing on, and what they are starting to focus on, is the success. How to learn from the success and learn from also the defeats. The defeats will get them where they need to be, and all they got to do is go back to the room and keep building.
Now you run tournaments now, right?
I do.
Tell me about that.
One of the biggest tournaments we've got is the Class 1, Class 2 battle at Katy Trail down in Sedalia. We run that every year. It started as the Battle of Lexington, and it's kind of grown from that point on. We've got down to 47 high school teams in Class 1 and Class 2. Most of the teams from the state are at that tournament.
How important is it to have a nice, clean run tournament? It's
important. That's what keeps coaches and teams coming back. They want to see good, clean tournaments. They want them started on time, and coaches want to see that.
What's your, so I'm starting to get in some tournaments. Sure. I'm really fresh. I'm really novice at it. What's your advice to me? You know, if there's 3 things that I need to focus on, what would the top 3 things?
I would say, as far as getting into the tournaments and that kind of stuff, I'd focus on the quality of wrestling and what that tournament runs as far as on time, and make sure that the fans are happy, because the fans are essentially the ones that are paying for the kids to be in tournaments and bringing their kids out every weekend and stomaching this stuff every weekend. And parents are a crucial part of that. I think people got to remember that.
Nice. Why wrestle? I see you, if I go to a tournament, there's like a 50% chance you'll be there.
Well, wrestling is just it's an addictive sport. I mean, you can't not come to it. I mean, my kid's been out of the youth side of it for 2 years now, but I still find myself back here working with the kids, because that's where it all starts. People got to continue to keep giving back to it from day one, and that's how this sport grows to what it is today.
Nice. And so you, besides hosted tournaments, you also do meet management for people?
I do some meet management through me and Eric Gilkey do a lot. Eric Gilkey's our local track rep, so he does a lot of track setups and that kind of stuff, and then we run them and make sure that they run so coaches can focus on what they need to at tournaments. Hosting the tournament's inevitable, but coaches need to focus on running those tournaments. That's why you see guys like Gilkey, Eric Gilkey, and myself, we'll go in and run them because they've got a coach. I was a coach once trying to run tournaments, and it's tough as a coach to run a tournament.
So you basically come in, you run the track wrestling, and
Eric does a lot of the track stuff. I make sure the mat side scoring stuff runs, because it saves a lot of time and it keeps that tournament moving really smooth.
Cool. How can people get a hold of you if they're interested in?
You can reach out on track. You can reach out through email, through USA Wrestling, or Facebook. I mean, a lot of that stuff's on Facebook, on USA Wrestling, and that kind of stuff.
Awesome. Always good to see you. You got anything else for us?
No, I think we just need to keep growing this sport. I think, like I said, it was a sport a few years back. They were going to take it out of the Olympics, and now it's the fastest growing sport in the country right now.
Ooh, yeah.